Welcome back to Danganronpa Another episode, Ultra Despair Girls. In the last part we made it here, back to the Resistance HQ. Now we need to know what the plan is. Where do we go from here? And to do so we need to come in here and talk to Haiji. This part's going to be really heavy on cutscenes.
It doesn't matter if they're just kids. We have to kill them before they kill us.
But the kids have those Monokumas on their side. We have to do something about them first.
What do you mean by that?
It's like I said, we have to take them out somehow.
I'm at my wit's end here. If I stay underground another minute, I'm gonna lose it.
I'm telling you, without a plan, a fight right now is far too risky.
Haiji, as leader, what do you think?
I have everyone's lives in my hands. There's no way I'd put you all in danger. I'm completely against a suicide attack, even for those who are prepared to die.
So you want us to just stay here? You're telling us to spend our lives in this shitty place, constantly afraid of those kids?
My principle is to not waste lives. As a leader, I cannot accept a plan that defies that.
But...
I'm not telling you to stay here forever. I'm just saying now is not the right time. Does anyone else have any ideas?
Haiji, is it alright if these girls join the conference after you guys take a break? Hello.
You two? Why are you two here? I already told you, I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Now, it's not the time to argue. You guys have to get along, especially at a time like this.
Regardless, this conference is over.
No, not yet. It's not like you've considered all the options yet, right? Remember the idea I brought up before? Did you consider that?
I already told you, it's impossible.
I understand how you feel, but...
Hey, what exactly are you guys talking about?
It's about persuading the children.
Persuade? That's your idea? It's obviously a little late for that, don't you think?
But you guys are all humans. You can come to an agreement with words instead of violence.
You really think a group of monsters like those kids can be reasoned with?
I bet they'd kill us the moment we showed up to treat with them.
Plus this group here, there can't be peace with those kids. You know what they've done.
But still, why don't you at least try? It's like Shirokuma said, we're all humans.
Did you already forget who we're dealing with? Remember what that PE punk showed us?
Just because they gave birth to us and raised us, they thought they could control us all. As hero, I hunted them down and let everyone go free.
Those brats don't even care about family. Things like persuasion? It will never work.
That's right. They're not human, they're demons.
And not just that, even if we tried to use family to persuade them, it's not possible. The survivors here don't have any children anyway.
Huh? Wait, you mean everyone here doesn't have any kids? But there's so many adults here.
It's probably not a coincidence. Those kids are focusing on parents first.
Why?
Who knows? They have a deep-seated hatred of the ones who raised them. It's messed up. It's impossible to persuade a group like that. I'm completely against the idea.
But if fighting is impossible, and persuasion is impossible, what are you going to do?
Didn't I already say it? The best plan is to just wait for a while for a good opportunity.
And exactly how long is this for a while?
I don't know. But now's the time to toughen up and endure it.
You say wait and endure. You're just repeating the fact you're not gonna do anything.
You're an outsider. How could you possibly understand? I am the leader of this resistance. I have to think about the lives of everyone here.
What resistance? A useless leader like you? You're even more of a burden than this chick.
What did you say?
Hey! You too?
You don't think about others and just say whatever you want. You're no different than those kids.
You're the one who's a child. Complaining, not even doing anything.
If you don't like the way I lead, then you can leave. No one is going to stop you.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'm leaving. but I know you're wrong. Let's go, Komaru.
You're the one who's wrong, Toko.
Huh? What are you saying?
You don't understand. You don't understand the feelings of the weak at all.
I'm not blaming them for being weak. I'm blaming them for using it as an excuse.
That's exactly my point. The reason they don't do anything is because they can't build confidence. I would know. You're someone strong, with talent, chosen for Hope's Peak Academy and future foundation. You don't know how people like me feel. You don't know what it's like.
I don't understand what it's like to be weak? You think I'm chosen? You must be kidding. What's so great about me, huh? I'm a walking inferiority complex. I don't have confidence. I never have. But what's going to change if I just keep saying that? Using that as an excuse every day? I learned that from the killing. I suffered for it, but I did something about it. So for you to say that I was just chosen, like I had nothing to do with it, I won't allow it.
Please, wait, guys! Fighting is a big no-no!
Emergency! Monokumas are attacking us!
Huh?
Why are there Monokumas here? How did the children find out about this place?
That's not important right now. Just run!
Maybe we should run too.
Wait! Please, protect everyone! Protect? If this keeps up, everyone will be killed! If you can at least buy us some time, I beg you, please, we need you!
Now's not the time to argue. If we don't fight, our lives are in danger too.
Fine. Please, save everyone! Everyone's going to be killed!
How did the Monokumas get here? Now's not the time to worry about that.
So the Monokumas came and interrupted our character development cutscene there. But I really, really like that cutscene, particularly because Toko and Komaru finally get their feelings out in the air. From the perspective of the player, we kind of understand where Toko's coming from, and we can kind of relate to Komaru, and we can see why they're both disagreeing with each other in the current situation. But finally, they express it to each other, and we can start working towards a resolution for the first time, which I really, really like. As for right now, we gotta defend the adults here. The bombers are probably the bigger threat in this scenario.
Until I see my parents in Makoto, I can't die yet. It just won't stop.
It's going to be okay, Komaru. Just a little bit more. Thank you for saving everyone.
But we did it. We managed to save everyone that we could have saved. We could just stand around and not do anything and see what happens.
No, stop! I don't want to die!
Forgive me. I'll do anything.
As you can see, the adults are pretty durable, all things considered. They've taken a few hits so far and their health still hasn't gone down, so it is very difficult to fail this event. But if their health runs out, they will gradually die off.
Looks like it's too late for some of them. Please, save me! I'm sorry. I'm afraid of blood. I dislike watching people die even more. So in the end, children killed all the adults. I guess there's no longer hope in this town.
So there you go. That's what happens if you fail that event. But as you saw, it is incredibly difficult to actually fail it. I've never failed it by accident, only on purpose.
This is terrible. This is so cruel.
This is your fault.
Huh?
This whole time I've been so careful keeping this place a secret. I convinced people to stay underground. Stay hidden so they couldn't be followed. But after all that, this happens. The only explanation is that they followed you! You brought them here!
We did?
When you contacted Future Foundation, the kids must have honed in on you. They tailed you, and you brought them right back here. It's all your fault! You did this to all of us!
That's not fair. I didn't want this to happen. Oh, wait. These two protected us, didn't they?
If they never came back after their stupid mission, this place wouldn't have been ambushed.
That's a baseless accusation. You're just making an assumption.
Well, as long as I'm assuming, I guess I'll go one further and say you guys are spies for the kids.
That's not funny. What could we possibly gain from that?
I remember an old folk tale about a war between birds and beasts. By using the face of both bird and beast, the bat played both sides. But because he couldn't get too close to either, in the end, the bat ends up alone.
What are you trying to say?
Bird or beast? I wonder which side you're on.
Huh?
Damn it, this again! Please, make it stop!
Why? Why now?
What is that?
What, you're asking me? Don't act like you don't know.
Hey, what are you... Get off
Lock him
me!
Please, let go of me!
Damn it! They take away my stun gun, then they stuff me into this dusty room. It's all her fault. I hope she chokes on a fish she caught herself. Oh, I guess I don't want her to actually die. Ugh, I gotta focus on Master Byakuya now, not that stupid idiot. I can't just stay trapped in a place like this. I gotta hurry and save I gotta save... That was close. I was about to sneeze there. Ugh, I can't take this dust anymore. I gotta find Komaru and... seriously, why am I thinking about her at a time like this? So irritating.
When you contacted Future Foundation, The kids must have honed in on you. They tailed you, and you brought them right back here. It's all your fault! You did this to all of us!
It's all my fault. Everyone got hurt because of me. He's right. If I didn't insist on coming back here. And if I had just tried harder, if I were a better person, I could have protected them. I couldn't do it. Because I'm weak. It's just like Toko said. I'm so weak. I kept saying, I can't do anything. Always relying on others. I never even thought about saving others. And now this happens.
Sneak, sneak! Sneakity sneak!
The following scenes contain content that some viewers may find distressing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Tra-la-la! Why, hello there! My name is Toko Utsugi. I'm the fighter in the Warriors of Hope, formerly known as Lil Ultimate Drama. Well, not like it matters at all. Open sesame! Woohoo! Sorry for the intrusion. Thank you very much. Phew! I reached way back for that reference. I had to deal with baby boomers all the time, so my gags are kind of dated. And speaking of old... Oh! I can't think of any follow-up. I must be nervous. My heart is racing faster than 16 shots a second. Master Takahashi would be proud. Yeah, I already know what you want to say. You were gonna tell me a fighter should be a boy. And speaking of boys, I've heard some people say that slugs don't have a gender. But actually, slugs have both male and female bodies at once. People who go around spreading half-assed lies about slugs deserve swift punishment. Fighter kick! Fighter punch! Chaka! Ha-cha! That's what I told them, that I didn't want to be fighter because I'm not good at PE. I mean, I am really good at physical education, though. How about you? You good at health and physical education?
Is that even a subject you can be good at?
There are no girls who dislike health and physical education. That's my theory, anyway. Stare.
What?
Truth is, I'm actually here to hunt you down. But I changed my mind. I'll let you escape.
What?
It's not like my feelings about demons have changed any. I still hate them deeply. I still want to kill them all in the most painful, cruel way possible. Like, for example, drowning them in a septic tank or putting a razor under their fingernails. But that's not even enough. I hate them with full power. But anywho, despite my hatred, the reason I let you escape was because you are super adorbs!
Huh?
I love adorable things! I collect everything adorbs, from faucets to toilet seats! So, I'm gonna let an adorable girl like you go.
Really?
There is one catch. You're the only one allowed to leave. Four Eyes over there is not cute at all.
What?
But shh! Keep it a secret, especially from the sage Nagisa. He's super strict with rules. Nagisa says I can't even drink soda during meals. It's not my fault the food is so tasteless. I mean, he could at least let me have a little. Tells me to drink milk, even if I'm eating cereal. It's like drinking curry soup with your curry. Anyway, let's go. Go on, get out before those chumps notice.
But I can't be the only one to go. I can't just abandon all the people here.
Oh? Something wrong? Is your red flower blooming? Or maybe you just like locked rooms? Like you're a murder mystery enthusiast?
I can't just leave Toko behind.
Well, I can understand a little hesitation. Why don't you just leave the cell for now? Come on, just step on out. Girls Girls are more adorable if they're a teensy bit selfish. And now, hi-ya! This is a denture launcher. So how about it? Pretty sweet machine, right? The smooth shaft, the fresh pink color, the brutal yet hypnotizing shine. It's so adorbs, I just can't stand it. Ah, by the way, my dad was a dentist. And also, Papa was always cheating with his dental assistant. But I guess he had an inferiority complex because he always role-played as a brain surgeon. Yes, a great daddy indeed. Neglecting his business and making me earn money instead. A perfect Papa who I could kill over and over and over, and it still wouldn't have been enough.
What is this? I can't move.
Ooh, your sleepy face is super adorbs. I bet your face is cute even halfway through swimming a stroke. However, being adorbs isn't always a good thing. Cute girls go through terrible things. And if you're adorable too, you have to protect yourself. On your own. If you can't, you have to take whatever they give you. It's a shitty rule, but I didn't make it. Adults did. So be prepared for that life. Toko.
Was someone just talking about me?
Master Byakuya must have been talking about me! I wonder what he's doing while he's calling my name. Jeez, Master's such a perv. I can't just stay put here. I gotta get out of here and help Master out. Hey, Komaru! Let's go see Master now. If you are of use to me, I'll buy you ramen. I'll even add seaweed for you as a top. Hey, she ain't here. Now that's committing to a joke. Strange, though. Her scent's still here. Did she perhaps run away on her own? Is that like a GPS for Komaru's wristband? I see. This'll be good for tailing her. Anyway, you want me to chase after her, don't you? But why are you giving this splendid gift to an enemy like me? Is it perhaps that the other me has some annoying plan hidden up her sleeve, huh? Well, doesn't matter. Our goal is probably the same anyways.
The following scenes contain content that some viewers may find distressing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Now then, let's begin with the motivation.
Please, no! Please stop!
Nope, not gonna happen. Switch on.
What is this?
Come on, come on, come on. Let me hear that adorable voice.
Sorry to disturb you when you're, busy. It's time for a tutorial. You can fight away the tentacles with the left mouse button. Tentacles will also attack from outside the screen. Use the W and S key to switch the display. Letting Komaru get groped increases the heart meter. You know what that represents, right? If it fills all the way, it's game over. So enjoy yourself, but, you know, keep that in mind.
Time to begin the motivation.
And here it is, the part of the game I have been dreading since the beginning of the Let's Play.
You like it, don't you?
This entirely gratuitous sequence has no place in the game, and it makes me really angry every time I have to play it. I went round in circles trying to find a way to justify it from a narrative perspective, but it still doesn't justify what we are witnessing here. This is fan service gone way, way, way too far, and I was even debating cutting this out of the series, but I felt like I have to show everything that this game has to show, and I'm not afraid to be critical of this game, even though I do love it. I just really don't love this part, and I want to be completely honest about this game. There are parts of this game that are objectively bad, and this is one of them. I've said before that Toko is one of my favorite characters in the Danganronpa series, and that still holds true. I find her fascinating, and there are parts of this game, some that we've seen and some that are yet to come, that are really, really well written for her as a character, but the fact that we have to tolerate this obscenity as well is really, really disappointing. It is in my nature to show everything that the game has to show, and as much as it pains me to do so, I've shown the failure events for everything else that we can fail in this game, so I have to show what happens if you fail this as well.
Motivation, motivation, so much fun!
I don't hate it. I don't hate it after all.
Motivation complete! Access beyond this point is prohibited. So, game over!
Yeah, you get a unique game over screen for that, and then it immediately takes you back to the beginning of the event, so you're not actually punished in any way, shape, or form for failing this event. Now hopefully we can put this in the past and never speak of it again.
My, you're persistent! But we're just getting started. You're going to be slowly but surely motivated.
Please! Enough already!
Ooh, you're so sexy! I've heard women are the best just before they're ripe, but this is beyond my expectations! But when they rot, they become demons. I have to figure out the perfect timing.
Stop it! Why are you doing this?
That's what I always asked. I asked them many, many times. The answer was always, because I'm cute! I'm not a bad girl. This is just payback for what happened to me. If you think this is wrong, then what the adults did to me is wrong too, right? And if that's the way it is, there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, put that lewd body of yours to work, and you'll never go hungry. By the way, this is the opposite of child porn, so it's A-okay to put in a video game. No problem.
What? Isn't it...
Is it wrong for a kid to be doing this? But it's wrong for adults to be doing this too, right? Both are no good. If you're slapped on the right cheek, slap them on the left, as they say.
No! No!
Huh? Is this GPS broken or what? It's going like 35 miles an hour! Oh, why is it so fast? Is the Earth spinning away without me? Huh? Bingo! I see, so that's it. Oh, monorails are a first for me. Totally pumps me up. Where's the Komaru?
Luckily, the redeeming feature of this chapter is that we get to experience some more Jack.
So, it's a robot versus serial killer, huh? Oh, Miss Toko should write it in her next if we want to slice up some pretty boys.
Let's chop some guys up. Jack is a lot of fun.
It's been so long since I've been in such a hot ride. Though I'd rather ride. Your energy! Give me a round of Monokuma! Run! Hey, Komaru, are you done yet? Getting
Something I don't think I've shown is that if you hold the attack button, you actually get a charge attack, which is a spin. It's area of effect. Oh. Okay. This game and its enemies, they have their moments. Yeah, let's use another special attack.
Give me a round of almost to the front. All right, full blast! Toko? Oh my! Am I interrupting something? No, it's not like that! Please, save me! I will not let you, huh? Adorable girls deserve punishment. And girls who aren't adorable deserve even harsher punishment! Hey, I ain't ugly! I'm just way below average! You're plenty ugly enough! You're so gross, sticking out your tongue like that. Not adorbs at all. Well, no shit. I'm not the adorbs type. More like a pretty girl. Why do you think so highly of yourself? You're the type of girl no one invites to a sleepover.
So here's another part of the game that I take massive objection to.
My clothes! Jeez, grade schoolers are brutal.
By this point in the chapter, it is abundantly clear what Toko has gone through, and the fact that the game thinks it's acceptable for you to then strip her. I am at a loss for words as to how this was allowed to be in the game.
So indecent! No! Perverted to the extreme!
From a gameplay perspective, it isn't even a challenging fight. All Toko will do is stun you with the denture launcher every now and then, which can be a little annoying. It also bothers me to no end that you can use a special attack on Toko, and there is a unique sprite that is not used anywhere else in the game for this.
I mean, I'm actually 18, but this is really too much. Oh my. Shooting blanks, are we? Then again, you were never loaded in the first place. How vulgar! Hey, don't make that face, or else you'll end up in a far more vulgar situation. Whoa there. You better stay put. If you don't, my hand might slip, and then I go snip, snip, snip! Jeez, Now don't go getting captured by some little runt.
I thought you wouldn't come. I mean, right after we had that fight.
Fight? What the hell are you talking about? I just want to save Master Byaku.
Toko, I was so scared.
What's this unexpected girl-on-girl development? Whoa there, lady! I ain't got that kind of taste. Get off me!
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I tried to leave you. I tried to run away. And I said such horrible things like that you don't have any friends. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry, Toko.
I have no right to accept that apology.
Huh?
You seriously are stupid. Why the hell are you trusting a serial killer?
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Satisfaction!
Oh.
What is going on here?
Let's just go for now. It would be a hassle to explain.
Yeah, okay. I don't really get it, but I definitely don't want to be down here anymore. Komaru Naegi? More like Komaru Naegi.
Oh, come on. That wasn't even clever.
So we finally have a moment to breathe and digest everything that just happened. This, it goes without saying, is my least favorite part of the game. Despite that, there are still some really interesting narrative points. The initial dialogue between Kotoko and Komaru is really interesting to me, because Kotoko reflects a lot of what we've seen from other characters in this chapter. Both Toko and Haiji are really stubbornly independent, they don't believe they can rely on other people. And given that the chapter begins with a cutscene that effectively tells Komaru that she has to be independent and she has to do this on her own without any help, that theme is really consistent throughout the chapter in a lot of different ways. Furthermore, we know that Kotoko is the former child actress, the former little ultimate drama, and she makes a big point about that being in the past, and that's because she doesn't want to remember that part of her life. Kotoko hides behind this cute girl act, I think, as a way of protecting herself, and the interaction between her and Komaru, as problematic as it may be, does draw a parallel between her and Komaru, because Komaru is doing a very similar kind of thing. But I think Komaru now sees that that's not going to work. Here we have the memoirs of Kotoko Utsugi. Lame, so lame. Why are the bodies of demons not adorbs at all? Like, their bodies are bigger for no reason. They're not even filled with adorbs things inside. It's like an egg that has nothing inside. Empty dumpty. I should kill them all just for that. Speaking of eggs, there are two ways to write egg in Japanese, but you can use the words in different ways. The first egg means shelter from where life is born. The other egg means a cooking ingredient. Woohoo! Isn't trivia just so adorbs? Yeah, she definitely puts on an act. And what I find really interesting about her is we can never really be sure how much is her acting and how much is just her. That's why I find her such an interesting character. The end of the chapter is just ahead, but we're going to take this on in the next part because we're going to have a lot more cutscenes at the end of chapter 3. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.